What is going on, everybody? This is TPM Sports. It is your boy Adrian.
Podcast line, baby.
Yes, sir. We are still holding it down for the boy T Brew. So we got a good show lined up for you. It's really a playoff show. You know, we love our basketball, obviously. So we're going to diagnose the NBA playoffs right now. Last week, T Brew and I were talking about round two, pretty much like the game one. So we're gonna go into each one in depth. So for today, we got for you Feel the Pressure. Now, why would we say that? We already know like Philadelphia is down 2-0. It looks like they actually came out to win by 20 today, 99-79. So we'll talk about how they had their backs against the wall and how they came out with a victory. And then we got too much sun in Dallas, man. Everybody loved Dallas, Texas, and Texas, and going to Texas, moving down South Texas, all that. But guess what? It's a lot of sun coming from Phoenix and Dallas. And we're going to talk about what that looked like as they're playing right now as we speak. And then we got Even Stevens. Now, my producer reminded me that was actually a 2000 sitcom as we was putting this thing together. So how ironic. Even Stevens, that is, we are going to be breaking down the Golden State Memphis series as well as the Boston and Bucks series because they are both knotted up at 1-1. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we are Feel the Pressure. Now, before tonight, it was 2-0. For those that aren't paying attention, the Philadelphia 76ers are down 2-0 against the Miami Heat. The 76ers have been without Joel Embiid, who's been dealing with a orbital fracture. Basically got knocked in the face in the previous round by Pascal Siakam. And so he's been out the first two games, but he actually came back today and put up some decent numbers. Let's see here. He came out started out pretty slow, but started to get going. Like even Doc Rivers admitted that he was dealing with a little bit of fatigue, but he hasn't done anything in the past 6 days. So, but finished the game with 18 points, 5 of 12, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Not too shabby. 36 minutes, in the first game back. Like that's almost a regular season game, if you will. So he looked pretty good. James Harden came out aggressive, had 15 in the first half. But finished with 17, 4 for 11. I mean, they got the win, but 17, 8 and 6, I guess. Okay. But Danny Green, 7 for 9 from the field goal, which was basically his threes. Big game. So he had a big game, 21 points. Tyrese Maxey as well chipped in 21 points, only had didn't have any points in the going into the second half, so but he finished the game strong. So Philly came out pretty strong in this game to obviously bring the series to 2-1. What do you kind of think about it so far and how it's shaped out?
They came to play today. Embiid, he didn't. I mean, granted, he coming off injury and he didn't have a pretty good game. I mean, he gave him quality minutes. I mean, 18 and 11, but he didn't shoot too well. But Danny Green played a big part today. Had a big game, very efficient. 21 points, 7 and 9.
7 and 9. Like,
yeah, I ain't seen him shoot like that maybe since the 2014 final.
Steph, Clay, like
he was at his best.
You rarely see them do that.
Maxey, he been balling. He was pretty efficient today, 7 for 11. James Harden, he been kind of absent, man. I don't know where his mind is. They got the win. It was basically a team win. They got the win by a dub. But he been kind of. I don't know what James' mind head at, man. I don't know if he focused on basketball. I don't know if his mind is already into the off season. Sure. I don't know what he got going on, but The Heat, they shot like shit today. I mean, only person who looked like they came to play was Jimmy Butler. He had 33.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero had 14 off the bench, but he was 5 for 15. I mean, that ain't gonna get it done for the sixth man of the year.
Right.
Yeah, man, they just team ball, team win today.
Yeah, right. I completely agree. The fact that just like you said, 5 for 15 from the sixth man who was averaging 20.
Yeah.
20 plus, like that ain't gonna cut it. Jimmy came to play, but like they only had 2 people in double figures.
Yep.
Miami, where Philadelphia had 4. And that was pretty much their main starters, their guys that produced. So obviously they came to win. You know, role players play better at home. So obviously Danny Green shot the hell out of the ball, 7 for 9. Like who thought that was gonna happen? And you know, Tobias Harris. He played well. Tyrese Maxey played well. But like you said, James Harden. Like I think the effect of Joel Embiid, the fact that he's in the paint, kind of patrolling everything, and that kind of like helped obviously keep people, like keep double teams away from James Harden. Kind of helped them, you know, get a little bit open in the first half. But still, 4 for 11, 1 of 7 from 3 lines, 17 points, like 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, I mean, they're lucky that this was one of them old school playoff games, and
one of high scoring games.
Yeah, and like the Miami basically didn't come to play. That's how I looked at it, and the fact that Joel Embiid was effective and Tyrese Maxey got going, to me that saved the Sixers and anything else. So like they were saved. Who do you think? I mean, obviously this is kind of a norm, like pretty out there by now, but like who do you think is like the most important player for each team going forward?
Going forward, I would say for Philly, I mean, it got to be. I mean, Embiid, he gonna put the work in. He gonna get rebounds. He gonna get you as usual. But James Harden, he got to show up, man. I mean, he been pretty much this whole playoffs. He been kind of just. It seemed like he's just kind of going through the motion. You feel me? So it's just like when you gonna show up. Like we don't need 17-point James Harden. We need 30-point triple-double James Harden. I mean, he was arguably talked about as one of the best scorers of all time in NBA history, and he, he's showing up in a.
Yeah, we got a comment. He say, good to see Danny Green play well tonight because he had a terrible game too. He is vital to the Sixers' success as Joel Embiid.
7 for 9, right?
Like, 7 for 9. Yeah, he balled tonight for sure. Shout out to Brandon, but he balled tonight. I ain't seen him shoot like that since maybe like the 2014 finals. Yeah, he did his thing tonight for sure.
Yeah, appreciate that comment right in front. But that's facts. Like 7 for 9. Like he was the main catalyst, like the main 3-point shooter in this game, really.
Yeah.
Him and Maxey. So yeah. Now, yeah, I would take. So you say James Harden. Obviously, you got to step up. Who would you say for Miami?
Miami. I want to see more out of Bam, to be honest. Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler averaging like 27 points this playoffs. I'm not a really big Jimmy Butler fan, but he been balling. Tyler Hero, he gonna put numbers up. He's a great shooter. I mean, they had an off night tonight. That's the kind of the thing about Miami. They got shooters, but they have an off night. They have an off night any night. But I want to see more out of Bam. Like, I just want to see more out of him. I think he's a big key factor.
You made the exact point that I was going to say. Like, this is the one problem with Miami.
Yeah.
They stagnant as hell, man. Like, God damn it. Like, I was going to say the same thing. I was hoping they failed a second to play Brooklyn. Because these guys, like, they get so stagnant, like they don't. It's like sometimes they don't even know what the hell they want to run on offense.
Yeah.
So it was even today. It's like they had ample opportunities to like make a run happen, and their offense just looked bad. Like they were throwing it to Dwayne Dedman in the corner for a 3-point line.
Yeah, nah.
I'm like, man,
that ain't his game.
That's not Joel Embiid shooting that joint. G, come on. Like he ain't proven out there. I even have JaVale McGee there before this guy.
Yeah, JaVale. Not even JaVale.
JaVale will stroke that before
him, yeah, for sure.
No offense, Dwayne, but like, damn. All right. So that's enough with that. It's 2-1. When is the next game? I believe the next game is probably Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're back there in Philly, and they typically have a day in between. So yeah, it'll probably be Monday. So we'll see how that shapes up. So who do you have winning this series?
I got Miami. I got Miami in 6.
Miami in 6.
Miami in 6.
Mm.
He said Brandon Price said, "Who wins game 4?"
Who wins game 4?
That's a good question.
Game 4, Miami, bro.
Miami. I got Miami winning game 4.
Eric Spoelstra gonna get in that ass.
Pat Riley too.
Right. Let's start right there. Pat Riley is gonna be the one to go into Eric Spoelstra's office and get in that ass, and then he's gonna do that. Eric Spoelstra's gonna do the same exact thing, bro. I find this to be. I find that they missed an opportunity in this game. So they definitely finna win game 4. So I personally believe it's finna be a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
I personally believe that. So Miami in 5. I feel like they not finna let that happen one more time. There were too many times when they were within 5, within 3, tied the ball game. Mm-hmm. They just didn't shoot it well. Their best 3-point shooter was 3 for 11 from the field. So Miami not gonna let that happen. Who you got? Game 4.
I got Miami game 4.
Game 4?
Yeah, I got Miami game 4.
Game 4?
Yeah. They might go back or sneak a game in Miami, but I don't see Philly winning that series.
Yeah. I'd have, like, Miami will have to go real stagnant, but that'll be interesting to see though. Like, to see what happens to their offense though. So but yeah, going forward. All right, man. Too much sun in Dallas. Like, it's good weather out there, I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
But like, it's sunny in Dallas. So why do we say that? Well, the Suns are up 2-0. I personally felt like they could sweep this series. But currently, right now, they're playing the Dallas Mavericks. They're down 11 in the second quarter. But I mean, the Suns have looked like the better team, like in the first 2 games. Granted, it was home court advantage, but like they just in that fourth quarter in the second game 2, Chris Paul took over, and then I felt like they just showed how much better they were as a team, right? Yeah. Versus Luka just going 1-on-1. What do you think? What do you think about the series? How it's shaping out?
I don't think Dallas gonna get swept. They might win tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get swept. Dallas play a lot of 1-on-1 ball. I think that'll be their downfall with Luka. I think when it was just Jalen Brunson, they played more of a like team ball without Luka. But Luka, he a dog, man. He like in my opinion, he's like the European LeBron. He's he can do it all. He like in slow motion, but he just make it happen. It's just like you look up, you have a triple double, and the team win. But
correct.
I think it's been too much 1-on-1 ball. So I just think Phoenix they're just a clear better team. Barring injury, long as Devin Booker and Chris Paul stay healthy, they known to get hurt. But I think they should wrap this series up in about 5 games. Dallas might win tonight, probably. They at home, so home cooking. But
right,
I got Phoenix in 5.
Fuck it. Suns in the sweep. Suns in the sweep. They down 10 right now, but I don't care. I am a believer in Monty Williams.
Yeah, great coach.
Monty Williams specifically, bro. Like, there's a reason why these teams that are advancing, that it's not just the players, like in the play on the court. Like, these coaches are obviously helping these teams figure out the right game plan to go about. Like, hello, this is obviously a knock at the Sun. I mean the Nets. Excuse me. Like, this is I clearly see. You can clearly see with these teams how coaching can take over in certain situations, and how other teams kind of have that lacking. And it's like, in most of these series, you can kind of tell when coaching takes over. So I'm gonna go with the Suns, man. Get that for 4-0, and then I kind of want to see D Book, man. I kind of want to see him get to a final, man. Yeah. So I had him in 4. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a gentleman's sweep for 4-1, but I take the sweep on that. Now, who do you think is the most important player for each
team?
Yeah. Going forward.
For Phoenix, I would say DeAndre Ayton. I know D Book gonna put up numbers. I know Chris Paul gonna distribute. He gonna do his thing, and when needed, he gonna score. But DeAndre Ayton having that low presence, having that presence in the paint, I think that's big for Phoenix going throughout the playoffs period. For Dallas, I would say Jalen Brunson and Luka, how they coincide and how they moving forward, how they play together. As long as they efficient,
right?
I think they should be okay. But I just don't think they got enough for this series. I think coaching plays a big part, like you said with Monty Williams. And I just think they're an overall better team, and I don't think they had the depth to go against Phoenix.
Right. Yeah. So I like you said about DeAndre Ayton, because Jason Kidd even said. He was like, this is different than the Utah series because he said he was like, they ain't have to worry about a paint score.
Yeah, for sure.
With Rudy Gobert. Like, that came specifically out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And he said with Andre Ayton in these first 2 games, like, they've been having to deal with trying to contain him because he's a scorer in the post.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how they probably change their game plan right now. Ayton ain't really shooting too well. He's 1 for 3 right now. Ain't take too many attempts, but it'll be interesting to see how they go going forward. Guarding him. I guess I would say Spencer Dinwiddie would be. For me, the Mavericks, Spencer Dinwiddie need to step up.
He get him solid minutes.
Yeah, he could load it up too when he get the opportunities. I feel like he a high volume player.
Yeah.
And then for the Suns, I would say Ayton was a good one, but let me go with Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson.
Good shooter.
Yeah. Good shooter, spread the flow. Like, in the previous game, I don't think he shot too well.
When he knocking them down, they a scary team. Especially in Phoenix with that crowd.
Yeah, so I go Cam Johnson. If he get it going, then like that'll just be another next to Mikal.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about Mikal Bridges?
Yeah, I feel
on
like
both ends of the court.
I feel like he do his thing. He get his points in the flow of the game. So he don't need it like you don't need to find him like a Cam Johnson. Because Cam need to come off screens and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like Mikal, he get it off the dirty work, off the defense, off the glass, off flashing to the basket. Like, Mikal decent. So yeah, we'll see how that shapes up, man. We'll see what goes down with that one. But in the meantime, did you ever watch Even Steven?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was actually, never mind. I was about to say, yeah. So Yeah, I watched Even Steven. If you don't know, Even Steven was a Disney sitcom that came on in the 2000s. It was quite funny at the time. Love You, Ren, if everybody knows who Ren was. I love that girl back then. She's still cute now. But yeah, so Even Steven. So we're going to start with the Boston and Milwaukee series. So they play. When do they play, my good sir? I believe they play Sunday too. Yeah. No, they play Saturday. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Saturday 2:30. ABC. Catch it out if you want to. Currently, it's 1-1. First game blowout. We saw what happened. Giannis didn't shoot that well, but had a triple-double. Affected the game in all aspects. And then everybody else chipped in, and then Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were nowhere to be found in the first game. Mm-hmm. Complete opposite in the second game. Blowout, right? Blowout in the second game. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown show up for 25 plus each. Grant Williams consistently shows up. They made Giannis miss 15 shots for the second time in a row. And they basically blew the doors off of Milwaukee and nothing else, and it was curtains from that. Yeah. So it's an interesting series right now, right? Like typically in the Brooklyn series, every game was close. Every game was close. In this series, we saw two different sides of the spectrum, right? Right. So like, what are you expecting going forward in this series?
These next couple games, they should be close games. I think the reason Milwaukee got blew out last game, they gave Giannis problems. I mean, Al Horford gave him problems. I think keeping him out the paint and like kind of blitzing him and not letting him go downhill and just drive to the basket easily like he's been doing, that gives him problems. Me personally, if I'm an opposing team playing against Giannis, I'm gonna let him shoot. If he beat me shooting a jump shot, then by all means he just beat us that night because he shot a jump shot that's not really his thing. But he's getting better. He's working on that. So I don't think it's gonna be like that forever. And I just think I think Boston got the team to do it. I think Milwaukee's been playing exceptional. It's a reason why they're the champs. On any given night, you see why they're the champs. But I think these next couple games will probably be closer. I don't think they're going to be blowouts. I think they're going to be close. Probably hard physical basketball. Mm-hmm.
It was a wild 2 games.
Yeah, definitely.
But it almost feels different from like the 2000, what was that, 17 series when they played LeBron, when LeBron was by himself and it was Rozier, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. Yeah, 2018. Mm-hmm. It just felt like that was like a different. It just felt like they weren't there. It's like it's like they feel like they there. It feel like they like they got the coach and the maturity to actually
they grown up now.
Win some games, win some serious games. So like for me, I personally feel like Boston is actually the better team right now, especially with Middleton out.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. Yeah,
like they've been playing
full strength.
Yeah, they have full strength, and even with Marcus Smart out, they played well. So and they have like the more defenders in my opinion, the more perimeter defenders. Like the opportunity is there for them right now. Like it's really there for them right now. So I'm intrigued to see. I don't think we picked last week, but I'd probably say this is definitely going 6 at least, but definitely 7. But probably 7 for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna say Boston, G, because it just seemed like
it's their time.
It just seemed like it, like they.
Yeah.
the reason why they lost the first game is because they didn't shoot well. Like they backed up another performance by defending Giannis like that again, and then they shot well.
Number 1 defense in the NBA.
So I'm intrigued to see what happens. So I'm gonna say Boston is 7. Yeah, Boston is 7.
I ain't gonna argue with that one.
Sure. Like if you had to pick somebody though, who was like the most important player on each side, like who would you?
East side, for Boston, I would say Jason Tatum in my opinion. Maybe because I may be biased. I'm a big Jason Tatum fan, but I feel like they go as far as he take them. I feel like he Batman and Jaylen Brown is Robin. For Milwaukee, I mean, for Milwaukee, I just think it's Giannis. If Giannis play good, then
then they win.
Then they win.
Yeah,
they win. He in his bag, they gonna win regardless. Bobby Portis does give them a lot of energy off the bench, and it kills me because he ain't do that shit with the Wolves. That shit kills me.
He be going hard with Milwaukee,
he be going hard, bro. It kills
and
me.
they love it.
And they love it.
Bobby.
I respect it, though. But yeah, I would say Giannis. When Giannis don't play good, then especially without Chris Middleton, and that's their closer, and that's the thing, too. So they missing their closer. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that Giannis is not the closer. It's Chris Middleton.
That's
true. What I'm saying, in the close game. So
that's true.
Especially now, if Giannis don't play good, then particularly they not winning.
Right. So I'm gonna go with on Boston. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. They just so deep. Like Grant Williams been stepping up. I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown for the simple fact that I feel like Jason Tatum's game, like he'll get his.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if Jaylen Brown rolling, it's different.
So it's a scary sight.
It's just different, yeah. Because I feel like Jason Tatum, he could spot up. I feel like Jaylen Brown needed a little bit more. Like needed to orchestrate it a little. They both needed a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like Jason Tatum is more comfortable. He could spot up and shoot. He could penetrate. You know, he could get it in the post. Like he could. All aspects of his game is pure. Like I think Jaylen Brown specifically. Like if he, consistently stays like aggressive, like penetrating, getting to the rack. Yeah, I would go with Jaylen Brown, and then definitely on the other side, like Giannis, he got that LeBron effect now.
Yeah,
where it's like every game, if he don't play well, they don't win. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter who step up. And Drew Holiday been balling both games.
Both
games.
Ball,
But still, it's a Boston a lot, G. So yeah, Giannis would step up. But I guess my X factor would also be Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, he gotta hit some shots. Yeah, he gotta hit some big shots.
Get him some shots. Keep him in the flow. And get him open. So we'll see how that shape out. That'll be an interesting series.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Probably going 7.
Probably going 7.
Yeah, probably going 7.
We'll see. That'll be a good one. On to the Bay. Bay Area. We got a Saturday night showdown between the people that want all the smoke in the Grizzlies and the PTSD Warriors. PTSD, man. People don't know Poole, Thompson, Steph, Dre. You get it. So, it's 1-1, even Steven. These games, the opposite of the Celtics and Bucks series, these games have been quite competitive for the most part and very chippy.
Very fit.
Very chippy. There's Steve Kerr's is completely, came out and said like there was a dirty play. If people don't know, Dylan Brooks caught Gary Payton II going up in the air for a layup, caught him from behind, swiped him on the head, knocked him out, and he's out for, I believe, a month and some change.
Yeah.
With a broken elbow. I'm sorry, not a broken, a fractured elbow. Excuse me. Thank you, producer. So, and actually to that point, they say Gary Payton has been the best defender against Ja Morant, although there is no defending Ja Morant. They say he is the best he is the best one equipped to do that. So that was a big blow, and Kerr obviously felt it, and he got emotional because this is them trying to get back into the championship flow of things, if you will. But it's a 1-1 series, man. Grizzlies came to play in that second game, imposed their physicality, although the Warriors had times to come up and win. They couldn't. Ja Morant closed the deal, 47 points in that previous game. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, something like that. He was spectacular in both games, rather. But what do you think about this series, man?
I'm gonna say it like I said before. I got PTSD in 5. I mean, you got to think about it. It took him 47 points, and they only won by 3. Clay and Steph, they shot like shit last game. The first game, I felt like the rest was trying to keep Memphis in the game. It was kind of some bullshit. Memphis is good. Ja Morant ain't been playing good this playoffs, but he last game he shut me the hell up. He balled last game. He got to the basket whenever he wanted to. He balled the fuck out. So I was like, shit. But still in all, he scored 47, but they only won by. Let's just say he scored
5. Only won by 5.
Yeah, so let's just say he scored 30, 35. They don't win that game. Or if Clay and Steph and them shoot better, they up 2-0. We looking at a sweep. I mean,
clean sweep.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. I got them losing 4-1. Hopefully Golden State y'all make me look good. So far I'm looking good. But Ja Morant, he balled last game for sure. He did his thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. You say 4-1. 4-1, gentleman sweep. The thing about it is like you absolutely right. If Clay would have shot better, that game would have looked a lot. The series would probably look different. 2-0. But dang, dog, like Desmond Bane ain't really hooping. Like I mean, he's hurt. Like they came with the smoke last game. And the one thing I will say is like they found another step in terms of on the defensive side on Golden State. In Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
They said, I read something that they said they've been hunting this man. It was an athletic article about how they've been hunting for Jordan Poole on the defensive end.
Pick and roll, yeah.
On the pick and rolls and attacking him. And like I remember like how they used to do that with Steph.
Yeah.
And so like that's a problem when you don't have your guy who typically defender,
defender.
Because I feel like they typical defenders that they want on them really is Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton, Draymond Green at times, and then maybe Klay Thompson at times. But like they need Klay on the offensive end, so that was what was so important with Gary Payton. It's like he was able to throw him at him, and then when they actually went small, that's what they called they little death lineup when they had Draymond Green, Gary Payton, and then Poole, Clay and Steph.
Yeah.
That's when they took off on Memphis in the first game.
Yeah.
And kind of made separation. So, I mean, I think I picked. I think I said to myself. I don't think I picked, but I think I said to myself like I'd take Golden State in 6. But I feel like that GP thing
that's
is
gonna
hurt.
Be
undervalued.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt for sure.
You need your scorers on the court. Who else you gonna put on like when they make these mismatch happen? Like who you really gonna have on him?
I mean, one thing is with the Ja Morant situation, I think Golden State got to understand he's not a great shooter. I mean,
he's not.
He can't shoot at all to me. So, if anything,
he shot well that last
game,
like 4 or 5 of them, but he don't shoot.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, my thing is, I'm not gonna blitz him. I'm gonna let him shoot. I'm gonna give him space, but don't give him a clear lane to the basket because he gonna go right past you. He quick. That's his game. He gonna go to the basket and he gonna make that layup.
Right.
He need to stop hitting the ground, but he gonna make that layup for sure.
I fear for him in like 5-6 years.
He hit the floor too much.
Yeah, like his body, because that happened to Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade kept hit like he had a dang commercial about him hitting the floor and getting back up. Like
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen Iverson. Like
he got that same body,
that same build. Yeah. Like I feel like I hope I'm wrong. Like I'm not wishing this on him, but like he do hit the floor a lot, and that's all because of his athleticism. Remind me a little bit of Rose, a little bit too. Got a lot of Rose in this game. So
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. So if you had to. So you're saying it's Golden State in 5, right?
Golden State in 5.
So if you had to wrap that up, if you had to pick a X factor on both sides, who would it be?
X factor on both sides. My X factor with Golden State will be Clay. As long as Clay shooting good, he gonna keep them in the game. He gonna spread the floor. He gonna play defense on both sides. Gonna open up the floor more for Poole and Steph, and hopefully keep Draymond out of foul trouble. They've been calling some bullshit this playoff series. For Memphis, I would just say Desmond Bane, pretty much everybody else besides Ja. I would say Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, they got to stay out of foul trouble, and especially Jaren Jackson, he got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, he be fouling, dude.
He be like, fouling out then in every game.
Damn hack, bro. Hey, I know they don't want to play with you at the party.
Yeah, man. Desmond
but your
Bane,
swag cold. I did see the swag.
Desmond Bane, they just got to shoot good. When they shooting good, like they did in the Memphis series. I mean, not in the Memphis series, but the Minnesota series, and they're a pretty good team. I would say everybody else except Ja, like the supporting cast besides Ja.
Yeah, so X Factor and Golden State, it's like who would that be? I'll just say like it's a lot of like I don't want to put it on Clay because it's like, man, you coming back from injury, like you trying to get yourself from 2 injuries. So you trying to get yourself right. So I'm gonna just say, so obviously Steph, because it all falls on him, even though he played well.
Yeah.
But Draymond Green, I'm gonna just say, just be more effective in like what he does. Like he was turning the ball over last game. He didn't look like Draymond Green.
Yeah.
So like just maybe going to the Oracle, maybe that'll help him, the crowd. Maybe that'll get him open and, get him some juice to free some guys up or something. But, like, he just needs to be Draymond. Like, just be effective, G. Just be out there. Just be boisterous, G. I like that. I like that Draymond. Yeah. I like that Draymond. So we'll see how that series goes out. Currently, right now, the Mavs are up 51-44 halftime against the Phoenix Suns. It's been a solid first half so far. Currently, right now, it is Jay Crowder's leading the way with 11 for the Suns. Ew, okay. And Luka's got 16. Jalen Brunson came out to play, got 14. So Luka's getting a little bit more help there. So we'll see how that game turns out. Okay. But in the meantime, man, you got anything?
No, man, that's all I got, man.
WNBA season is upon us, and I love me some Gabby Williams. Just for the simple fact that you are fine to me.
I got a couple. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Cooper.
Oh my! All right. So we support the WNBA. Me personally, I like basketball in general, but there are some good hoopers out there. So the WNBA season starts. Make sure y'all check that out if y'all into it. If y'all not into it, there's definitely some good hoopers out there and good looking hoopers out there.
Definitely. A lot of fundamentals.
Other than that, it is TPM Sports. It is your boy Adrian.
Podcast Line.
We out.
Perfect.